15 Most Valuable Vintage Porcelain Dolls Worth a Fortune. Europe was the first continent to feature porcelain dolls during the mid-1800s. Antique porcelain dolls began as a popular childhood toy but later became valuable collectibles. Using wood to construct realistic-looking human features was difficult for European toymakers until they discovered Chinese porcelain. In the early 20th century, doll makers used Chinese ceramics to create complete portraits of dolls with intricately painted faces and natural features. Further, there are several porcelain dolls available in the market. Here, we will help you know about the 15 most valuable vintage porcelain dolls worth a fortune. You will also see a lot more about vintage porcelain dolls. So, keep reading. What are porcelain dolls? The porcelain doll is made out of porcelain clay and has a porcelain head and extremities known for being very strong, flexible, and beautiful. You may also refer to porcelain dolls as China dolls, the alternative term for porcelain. A handful of doll makers have continued to produce traditional porcelain dolls made in the style of dolls popular in Europe during the 19th century. You can find examples of wonderful antique dolls in museums and at doll trade shows on the display. 15 Most Valuable Vintage Porcelain Dolls. Following are the 15 most valuable vintage porcelain dolls you might want to own. 1. Year, 1987. Price, $10. It is a year collection doll by Seymour Mann that has hand-painted porcelain arms, heads, and a body. It has a handmade costume which is in excellent condition. Fabric may fade over time. Despite the fading, the hair is still cleanly arranged. 2. Year, 1983. Price, $12. The condition of this doll is good, however, some minor signs of wear have been noticed, such as curly hair. Unfortunately, there is no box with it. She is made out of porcelain, from her hands to her feet. If you have a porcelain doll collection or if you're looking for a lovely beginner doll, this would be an excellent choice. This porcelain doll can neither stand nor sit on its own, so it must be on a stand or against a wall. It measures 18 inches long and weighs 1.3 pounds. 3. Year, 1992. Price, $15. This doll's body is plush, but the doll has a porcelain painted head and arms. J. C. Penney sold her as part of their doll collection. You will receive the item in the original box, weighing 3.76 pounds. There is some wear and marking on the doll's clothes, but overall, it is in excellent condition. 4. Year, 1990. Price, $15 to $25. It is a porcelain head doll with an overall plaid shirt and hat in vintage blue. The doll is in excellent condition. 5. Year, 1992. Price, $10 to $30. Connie Walser Derrick created this Hamilton Heritage doll which has not gained much popularity. Her original box and plastic wrapping are still in mint condition. There has been no unwrapping of this doll, and it still looks brand new. There is no doll stand with it. 6. Year, 1990. Price, $30 to $50. The Carly porcelain doll from Santa Claus measures 25 by 18 by 11 inches. Overall, this Christmas elite doll is in good condition and worth buying. 7. Year, 2005. Price, $54. There is a special edition of Christina Verdi doll for the year 2005. These dolls are made in China and have been distributed in Canada. Unlike other dolls, the doll sits down on its own. She wears a removable dress that you can change whenever you want. Her hat also matches her dress, so she looks great from every angle. She has some metallic accents on her outfit that are festive. Although she is in good condition, she does have some apparent scuffs, marks, and fraying. There seems to be a shoe missing that is evident in her. 8. Year, 1998. Price, $40 to $80. It is well worth the money to buy a McField International porcelain doll. It is made of porcelain for the doll's head, hands, and feet, while the rest of it has plush. The doll measures approximately 5x5x6. There are some imperfections in the doll, like hair that needs to be combed and a good amount of wear. 9. Year, 1995. Price, $100. This vintage hobo doll is in excellent condition. The head, the hands, and the feet of the doll are all made of hand-painted porcelain. However, the rest of the body contains plush. As a vintage doll, the doll has a good, original condition other than several very light marks on the face. 10. Year, 1885 to 1930. Price, $119. This vintage porcelain doll has a mark on its neck, making it easier to identify. It is made in Germany but gained popularity globally. It does not have any crack to the head, so it seems brand new. 11. Year, 1978. Price, $60 to $120. It is a pretty porcelain doll with blonde hair and a heart-shaped dress with a stand. The doll's dimensions and the frame are approximately 7x5x13 in size. Despite its good, used condition, the doll will need to comb her hair as it is messy. 12. J. D. K. Year, 1980 to 1989. Price, $225. The J. D. K. doll's head is porcelain, and the body is composite. You will also find marks on it, but overall the condition is fine. 13. Year, 1991. Price, $150 to $300. It is a cute little doll called Willow by Linda's Little Ladies. This doll was handmade from primitive dolls found in France and Germany. She has a full head of natural hair and glass eyes. There are no markings on the doll, despite the tag claiming it has a sign and number. A few marks are visible on the back of the doll, and the hair has a few creases, but otherwise in good condition. 14. Year, 1990. Price, $359. It comes in its original packaging and box, and it is a limited edition doll from the Heirloom Doll series. It also includes an authentication certificate, numbered 754 out of 5,000 copies. It weighs approximately 5.76 pounds. 15. Year, 1880. Price, $1,000 to $3,500. The doll has been dressed in the 1860s Civil War era dress, a lovely antique German doll. This doll comprises a porcelain head, hands, legs, and a soft body. An American antique doll collector named Sylvia Lee Rogers Dornhecker has offered this antique German doll. What porcelain dolls are worth money? A simple online search on popular auction sites such as eBay will give you the initial value of most porcelain doll models. Generally, porcelain dolls sold there are priced between $10 and $20, and even rarer ones go for $200, but it's difficult to determine their actual value. A doll belonging to the same series and manufacturer can have a wide range of prices based on many factors, including its condition, the tastes of collectors, and fashion trends. Today, some porcelain dolls made for children for a few dollars are worth $200 or even $300. Where to buy porcelain dolls? Different online websites and stores are available that will help you purchase your favorite porcelain doll. Besides this, porcelain dolls are also present in some physical stores, but you will need to search for them. What are the most valuable porcelain dolls? In 2014, a porcelain doll sold by Terrio for $300,000 became the most expensive porcelain doll ever sold. In 1916, French sculptor Albert Marc created a set of 100 dolls for Parisian fashion designer Jean-Margain Lacroix. As authentic antiques, dolls made before the 1930s and limited editions usually fetch high prices, while others can sell for between $10 to $2,000. How to identify porcelain dolls? Porcelain dolls with certain characteristics tend to be more easily recognized. Following are some factors to look for if you want to identify your porcelain dolls. Search for manufacturer mark. Your old doll's manufacturer mark is the most critical piece of information you need to identify. Please keep a copy of the mark in your pocket or take a picture of it. It is common to find manufacturer marks on the back or neck of dolls. The maker may also mark a doll's feet, shoulder, or clothing tags. The mark may be under the wig if the doll has one. Research. When looking for an antique doll's manufacturer mark, doll reference books and price guides are often the best resources. Consider taking it to a collector who specializes in antique dolls. Online doll appraisers can provide you with estimates. Go to a doll show to see if it's worth anything. Ask an antique dealer. You should seek professional assistance if you are unable to identify the doll. A doll appraiser can assist you in finding and interpreting the manufacturer's label proves to be challenging. Using this knowledge, they can accurately determine the doll's type, age, and value. Inspect material. Check whether the doll is made of porcelain or any other material. Place the doll's head against your teeth. If the doll is hard and cold to feel, it probably consists of porcelain. There are usually different materials used to make doll bodies, including soft leather or cloth. How to store porcelain dolls. Many collectors prefer storing the porcelain dolls in mint condition. They believe that in such a way, they can keep the dolls in a better situation for a longer duration. A doll in mint condition, preferably still enclosed in its original box, generally has the highest value. How to price antique porcelain dolls. Below are the key factors that will help you price antique porcelain dolls. Manufacturer. Identify that your doll is made from porcelain by performing a general assessment. A name or number should be visible on the doll's head, shoulder, or neck. You can use this number to compare properties online or consult an appraiser. If you do not see this trademark in images when buying online, request a more precise picture from the seller. It is ideal if the doll comes with an authentication certificate. You can also determine the year the doll was made by looking at the manufacturer's stamp. There is more demand for rare antique dolls made before the 1930s than modern, mass-produced dolls. Materials and features. Collectors with experience can estimate a doll's approximate worth by studying its characteristics and features. In the 1800s and 1900s, dolls' hair was usually rooted rather than painted, while their clothes were usually leather. Today's bodies of porcelain dolls are generally stuffed with cloth and dressed in Victorian-era clothing. Getting a general sense of value from these indicators will help you decide whether to consult an appraiser for a formal valuation. Condition. Ensure there are no damages to the doll's body by scanning it with a magnifying glass. You should check the item for defects such as cracks, holes, and rips. Such few signs may devalue a doll, but they may also attest its authenticity. Cracks in porcelain or clothing and brittle clothing can indicate the age of a doll. It would be best if you recorded whether or not there was any repair, replacement of clothing, or a missing item. Make comparisons. Similar dolls from the same manufacturer and period can also give you a good indication of a doll's value. Comparing dolls of similar conditions and time frames is possible with online price databases. In addition, popular online forums allow porcelain doll collectors and books to review vintage porcelain. If you believe your doll is valuable, you may want to skip the comparisons and go straight to the appraiser. Conclusion. Typically, porcelain dolls use porcelain clay for their production. As a result of porcelain clay, their heads and limbs are solid and flexible. As early as the mid-1800s, porcelain dolls became popular in Europe for the first time. A classical porcelain doll originated as a childhood toy and was later collected as a valuable collectible. We have reviewed 15 of the most classic dolls in this comprehensive guide.